Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and we have a nut job of a tenant who is crazy and needs to go to jail. This tenant is out of his mind, guys. He is crazy. Let me give you the backstory. So the backstory to this is a tenant felt like he cleaned up and he did what's necessary to get back his deposit, and he didn't get it back for whatever reason. So this guy or woman or whoever, this crazy nut job tenant, decided upon himself to destroy the property. To, in his or her eyes, say, well, if you say that I messed up the property or I didn't clean it, or you gonna take my deposit, then I'm gonna do that much damage to the property or more to equal out to how much you took back from my deposit. This guy is crazy. Nuts. And then he recorded it. He recorded himself or herself taking apart the property. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be adding up all of the damage that this nut job did to the property, and we're gonna be doing some commentary on it. So let's get into the video here, guys. Let's get into the video.
They took my deposit money for no reason. I was really pissed.
Okay, first of all, I understand he said he was really mad. I was really mad that they took my deposit. But here's the problem with looking at stories like this. Is the issue is we don't know the reason why. There are lots of things that I put inside of my leases that say things like you have to have it professionally cleaned. It has to be, dog feces and all that stuff has to be picked up. We don't know the reason why you didn't get back your deposit, guy. We don't know. And I know tenants always believe they should get back their deposit if, a tip to clean up the property. And that doesn't always fly. You just don't know. But we're going to jump back into this deal.
So I decided to give them a lesson for stealing my money. Oops.
This guy is ripping off all of the trim off of the door. He's unscrewing all of the hinges. Right now, it doesn't look like that much damage. It's a nuisance, and it's still damage. And the guy's an idiot for doing this, right? I mean, he really is. But right now, the trim, you're probably looking at about $100 as far as the trim. So that's kind of where we are right now in damage, about $100 worth of damage, him ripping it off. But we gotta remember, we're just talking about material. We're not talking about the labor that it's gonna cost to do these things. But let's get back into the video.
They said you damaged the apartment, so I think they were right. Lol. This is so satisfying. Watch until the end.
So satisfied, right? Destroying someone else's property, right? Destroying someone else's investment because of a deposit. Not using your words, not solving conflict without destroying something. Like when you get tenants like these guys, these are your nightmare tenants that are going to destroy your property, that are going to have some type of vendetta against you because of those smallest things, because not only are they a tenant, but you owe them. You always owe tenants. Even though they're renting from you, you owe tenants. And everything that they've given you as far as a place, taking care of the property, all that doesn't matter. I just want my deposit back. And if I don't get my deposit back, I'm going to destroy the property. But here's the thing. I know a lot of people will watch this and say, well, Orlando, you don't know what the landlord did to the tenant to make him do this. It doesn't matter. If you show me that you're willing to record and put this on social media of you destroying a landlord's property, I am probably always going to side with the landlord because the landlord didn't destroy your stuff, right? You can always have that conversation with the landlord to try to get your money back. But as soon as you go to destroy someone's property, record it, and put it on social media, then you lost. You've lost. And there's nothing that you can say to really push me to your side. You destroyed property. It's over. You need to go to jail. Let's jump right back into the video.
Watch until the end.
Oh.
This is the fun part.
Now he's saying, oh, this is the fun part. Destroying someone else's property. So now we've taken out the entire frame, right? Now we're going into the drywall. We're ripping out the drywall. Now, right now, I've counted with the entire frame taken out, with labor, I'm thinking it's gonna be somewhere around $250 to get that replaced. It probably was a pre-hung door, so it may be a little bit more expensive, but let's just say it's $250 to $300. Now you're getting into the destruction of the drywall. The drywall itself what he's doing right here, it's probably gonna be somewhere in between $250, $500 with the labor involved into it. It's horrible. And then he said, and this is the fun part. This is a crazy tenant. This is a nightmare tenant that you never, ever want to have in your unit. But let me tell you what, sometimes you probably do the due diligence background and these crazy tenants slip through the system still, but this guy needs to go to jail for sure. Let's continue on watching the video, see what more destruction this idiot is gonna do.
Don't F mess with me again, mother FS.
Okay. Now that we see the full amount of damage, he literally took out an entire wall that separates, it looks like a bedroom from another room, and took out all the drywall, shot the drywall down a laundry chute. This is, this guy needs to be put in jail. He needs to be put in jail. But this is by far $1,000 worth of damage, guys. Right now, we're creeping up to $1,500 in damage. And this, I would say probably with, now we're talking about with labor, you're probably looking at around $1,800 in labor and in total material. Like, why? And I guarantee him his deposit probably wasn't even that much. It probably wasn't worth $1,800, guys. $1,800 is where this guy is at. This is just an estimate from someone who's done this before, but I'm telling you guys, this is nuts. He took out an entire wall and he's like, don't mess with me. Dude, I am gonna mess with you. If I was this landlord, I'm taking you to the furthest extent of the law I possibly can. I'm trying to get you, I'm gonna sue you. Not only am I gonna sue you, but I'm gonna try to do criminal charges on you. There is no way I will let someone get away with destroying a property like this. Just no way. And then the boast about it on social media on top of that? Bruh. Okay, we gonna see. Let's see what this guy continues to do.
Now I'm done.
Okay, guys. So that was the end of the video. And let me, when you run into tenants like this that, feel that like you owe them something, they don't want to have this conversation. I can almost promise you this tenant probably didn't even communicate. He just heard that he wasn't getting his deposit back and he went on a rampage. Communication, guys, communication will solve a lot of these issues. If the tenant would have just communicated to the landlord, hey, look, these are the reasons why I think I deserve my deposits. But I can almost guarantee you or promise you that the tenant didn't use his words and he just went on a rampage. I want my deposit. I'm going to destroy your property. But even if he did communicate with the landlord, let's say he communicated with the landlord and the landlord said, you're not getting back your deposit because X, Y, and Z, you still cannot destroy someone's property. It is a crime. It is against the law. You will have to pay for all the damages. Now, will the landlord be able to sue him, be able to get the money? Probably not. If this guy is all hot and bothered over a deposit, then you probably won't be able to milk him out of the money or make him repay the amount of money that he did in damage. In damages. It's just insane. You destroyed a whole wall, throwing things down the chute. Who knows what else he did? You've been seeing these ridiculous stories of tenants getting angry at landlords because the eviction moratorium ended. And you see things like this where tenants are just like, we're fed up. You've only been living rent-free for, months, almost years, and now the landlords have bills to pay too. It's either they recoup their money or they have to find someone else who will pay. You can't get upset if you didn't get your deposit. Maybe this guy didn't get back his deposit because he didn't pay rent. Who knows? There are so many scenarios, but there is never, ever a reason why a tenant should destroy a property like this, guys. Once again, I hope you got value out of the content and you enjoyed this reaction on this ridiculous, crazy tenant video. I need you to watch this next video here to get into your first rental property and to get into real estate, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.